Barry Taniguchi, icon in the supermarket industry and pillar of the community, will be forever linked to the KTA Superstores, but is also known for his dedication to making Hawaii a better place. Empathetic and compassionate, he has a reputation for integrity and getting things done. Always ready and willing to roll up his sleeves to lead and work alongside others in community projects, Taniguchi is considered a major catalyst for economic development on the Big Island. However, being in the spotlight is not Barry's style. Barry's grandfather was a very humble man. Barry says he felt, and we still feel, that we don't talk about ourselves and that actions speak for themselves. What he does acknowledge are the strong family values instilled by his parents and grandparents that have shaped him. The family value of helping others started at least 3 generations ago when Barry's grandfather, Koichi Taniguchi, arrived from Japan in 1907. In 1915, Koichi and his wife Tanio moved to Hilo, where Koichi attended school to learn English and bookkeeping. The year 1916 was significant. It marked the birth of the Taniguchi's first son, Yukiwo, and the founding of the K Taniguchi Store, a grocery and dry goods store Koichi and Tanio started to support their new family. The rest is Big Island legend. The Taniguchis strongly believed in helping the community. Going beyond the walls of the store is a philosophy Koichi imparted to his sons, Yukiwo, Barry's father, Tony, and Hidetoshi.
My grandfather had this philosophy that the store was started to provide anybody who needed income, a job, to a place to work. So he would allow plantation workers to charge when they went on strike. No income, right? So he allowed them to charge so that they wouldn't starve, they can eat. The old-timers, they remember that. They might have gotten food for a long period of time without paying. But once they got their jobs back and they got earnings, then they started to pay off again. So I think those little things kind of help to create a loyalty base to us in the old days. We're here because of our customers. Without the community, we cannot survive. And that's a value that we never forgot. We give back a lot to the community. It's something we need to do to get satisfaction.
A 1965 Hilo High graduate, Barry played on the football team and was a standout student and was active in student government. He participated in many community service projects, discovering firsthand the satisfaction one gains through helping others.
Me and Alan was telling me, hey, you used to be a man.
The man still is.
Who used to be the man?
Okay. So you had a lot of women going after you?
Nah.
You too.
I wish.
Huh?
Barry helped his dad Yukiwo at KTA since he was 12, and it became his first paying job at 15. Intending to work at KTA after college, he majored in business management at the University of Hawaii at Manoa, but decided to change his major to accounting, which took him down a different path. He intended to continue his accounting career while remaining connected to KTA by serving on the board. However, due to circumstances, Yukiwo asked Barry if he would consider coming back to the store, and he did in 1983. When Uncle Tony passed away in 1989, Barry was promoted to president. In 2014, after 25 years, Barry became chair and CEO, and his son Toby is now president and chief operating officer.
You see?
To be a leader, it doesn't come like you can go in and say, I'm the leader. You gotta earn the respect for people to respect you as a leader, I think. So regardless of whether it's a family corporation, if you cannot get the respect of those following you, you cannot be a lead. You cannot lead.
There's a really good quote. General Eisenhower said, you don't lead by hitting somebody on the head. That's assault, that's not leadership.
That's true.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a good one, yeah.
Barry is such a genuine, good-hearted person. He's always one of those that doesn't really care about himself, but he cares about the Hilo community, but also the state as a whole. And that's really evident through all his different community activities and boards that he served on. He's definitely demonstrated himself as a really true and effective leader. He's one that he will listen. It goes back to him respecting other people and their input. When Barry speaks, everybody listens because you know that you're going to get important information out of him, a good perspective out of him, and really good advice out of him. He continues to perpetuate that within the organization as well as for those who lead the organization and passing it on to the next generation. And that's why I think they've been very successful.
KTA has faced stiff competition during Barry's tenure. And when the economic bubble burst in the 1990s, KTA worked hard to survive. They focused on customer service and local products. They also launched 2 private labels. Representing about 230 Hawaii producers, Mountain Apple brand was launched to support local farmers after the demise of sugar. Their eggs and milk are all produced in Hawaii. The 1916 brand is a tribute commemorating Yukiwo's birth year and the founding of K Taniguchi Store. Taniguchi calls himself an ordinary guy trying to help ordinary people. People are important to him, whether they are among the 750 KTA employees or in the community. He brings people together.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you very much all these years.
Oh, no, thank you.
Taking care of us.
Oh, you folks. It's not for you folks. I just told her on tape earlier. We're for our employees, our associates. They couldn't survive.
Barry was my leader for many, many years. He's one of the most brilliant, unbelievable guy that you can ever find here in Hawaii. In fact, Barry is such an honest person. I once saw his license, and like all of us, we would fudge our license and make ourselves look like 20 or 30 pounds lighter. Barry puts on his exact weight. That's how honest he is. Another thing about Barry, he's very health conscious. So maybe he doesn't look like he's health conscious, but he's the one made us put in brown rice into our stores. So now you find brown rice in our delis, brown rice sushi. We got brown rice everything, thanks to Barry. But in all kidding aside, Barry's been a very, very fantastic leader, not only for our company, but for the community. He has a great foresight, and whenever Barry gets involved with something, the job's going to be done. That's how great he is. Well respected in the community as well as our company, and such a brilliant person. Wow, here's Thelma Clark. She knew Barry from high school. That's way, way back. So tell me about Barry.
Well, Barry is a very, very nice person, and he's deserving of this award. And he's a great boss. Congratulations, Barry, and thank you for being a great friend.
I'm so glad to be able to work for someone like Barry. He does so much to make our community a better place to live. And I think that just shows how much he cares about everyone. Congratulations, Barry, and thank you very much for everything you do for us.
In behalf of all of the employees of KTA, I want to say congratulations, Barry. A well-deserved honor to be on the Hall of Fame for the Hawaii food industry.
Tonight, we warmly welcome Barry Taniguchi into the Hawaii Food Industry Association's Hall of Fame.
For those who will have Barry on their board, make sure you bring chopsticks to the lunch meetings.